Okay, well, hey, everybody, happy Wednesday this week, right? Hump day, they say. And so I want to thank you for joining us, joining me. So, what we're going to do today, so I'm going to continue talking about goal setting, but I want to be really specific, and I don't want to. Goal setting is a simple task, but it's to do it correctly, we have to be very detailed in how we go about this. And there's several different things I want to talk about, but mainly I want to talk about the details of setting a goal. As many of you know, this book, let me see if I can get it right with the camera. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a good book. It's kind of a deep book. It's not really about growing rich. It's more about mindset, right? And where I get my goal setting uh, system, I guess, is from this book. And there's 6 steps to setting goals. I'll read them out loud and I'll type them in the chat, and then I'll show you what we're going to do, or which step we're going to cover today. So steps. So so one, the first thing is to set an exact goal. Okay, so the first step for setting a goal is setting a goal in any area of life. It could be spiritual, it could be physical, it could be plexus, it could be financial, relational, whatever. It's all the same. So the very first step in setting goals is to set an exact goal. For example, if you want to be very exact when you set a goal. So you don't want to set a goal. Let's say you have a financial goal. You don't just want to have, or let's go with a physical goal, like a weight loss goal. It's so you don't want to just have a goal of, well, my goal is to lose weight. Oh, okay, great. Is that 1 pound? Is that 100 pounds? Like, be very specific in the setting of that goal. So if you're setting a weight goal, for example, it should be something like, I want to lose 25 pounds. Okay? So that's rule number 1 for setting a goal. You want to set an exact goal. The second step to setting a goal is to you want to determine what you are going to give up to get the goal. I'm typing as I'm saying this, so that's why it sounds like I'm really slow and don't know what I'm saying, but I'm actually typing. Determine what you are willing to give up to achieve the goal. That's step number 2. Determine what you're willing to give up to achieve the goal. So, example, if I stick with the goal of 25 pounds, I want to lose 25 pounds. The second step is what am I willing to give up? Well, I'm willing to give up carbs. I'm willing to give up gluten. I'm willing to give up dairy. I'm willing to give up ice cream. Very specific. I'm willing to give up eating out for the next 6 months. Whatever that is. Okay, and so step 3 for goal setting is you want to establish a date. A lot of times when we do I don't know if I can edit that. A lot of times when we set goals, they're so open-ended, we'll never ever get to them, because it's kind of like, yeah, maybe I want to lose some weight sometime. One of the things is we need to set a goal, and we need to have that goal has an end date to it. So, for example, what this will look like, I'm editing my comments here as I speak. Maybe If I can get this hillbilly internet to work we got here. Anyway, it's not working. Okay, so it's going to have a 1 beside everything. Set an exact goal. So you want to establish a date. So if we're going to continue on with the weight loss example that I gave. So goal, set the goal. I want to lose 25 pounds. I'm going to give up eating garbage to do it. And I'm going to lose the 25 pounds by March 31st, 2027. So your goals are looking very specific at this point, right? The next thing, number 4, is you want to create a plan for hitting your goals. So you want to create a plan. So you want to write you want to have a plan. It's not like, well, I'm going to hit a goal. Well, if I'm going to hit this 25 pound weight loss thing, I'm going to lose 25 pounds. I'm going to give up garbage, eating out. I'm going to do it by March 31st, 2027. And my plan is I'm going to eat meat, fruit, and vegetables. And I'm going to walk 10 minutes, 15 minutes after every meal, right? And I'm going to get a total of X number of steps a day. Those are non-negotiables. Your plan that you're writing out is non-negotiables. You know, for me personally, so I've always struggled with regularity. So it's a problem for me. It has been, it's not so much at this point because I have a plan. My ultimate goal is to poop daily, right? To detox. And so what am I willing to give up? Excess carbs, gluten, reduce, any sort of, try to get away from seed oils, fried food, fake food, and establish a date for doing that. Well, until I die, right? So that's my end date for this one specific goal that I have. What's my plan? My plan is I have X number of steps I need to hit every single day. My goal is to hit X number of grams of fiber every single day. My goal is, or my plan is to walk after every meal at least 15 to 20 minutes. I have very specific plan in how I'm going to hit my digestive goals that I've set for myself. So the planning part, and that's what we're going to talk about mainly today, is we're going to talk about the plan of hitting these goals that you set for your life. And so I'm probably just going to stop there on the goal setting piece. I think on those steps, I think that's what I'll do for now. And so any questions on these first steps as of right now that I have for these goals, for setting goals? Because this is extremely important. Okay, so one thing with the plan. So when you put together a plan, I was just telling my daughter this morning, she was on the porch. Today's her first day of volleyball practice for her senior year. And she's heard these things before, but I went out there, she was out there writing out all of her goals, all the things, affirmations for her senior volleyball year. And I said, good. I said, plan your work and then work your plan. And so that's the same way with her volleyball as it is with our plexus business, with our physical goals, whatever it may be, with the goals you've set for yourself. And so one thing I want to I do want everybody to set big goals for yourself. But I also want you to set goals that are achievable, but will stretch you. I don't want you to set goals that are absolutely impossible. For example, if you just signed up and you are silver, let's say, you have 18 points, you're silver, and you set a big scary goal of, I'm going to be diamond by the end of August. Well, with God, all things are possible first. So I want to we'll just say that. However, as you start breaking this down, all that you are going to give up, if you were to do that, you would actually have to give up 24 hours of your day to make that happen. And then you may still not hit that goal. And so one thing I want to point out is let's look at, okay, you set the goal, whatever the goal is, let's start creating a plan, for example. So like if someone just signs today and they want to be gold, let's say by the end of August, and they're willing to give up scrolling social media, whatever, to hit that goal. Now we're going to write out a plan. Well, the plan needs to look like this. We need to understand the compensation plan, right? So we set the goal of gold by the end of August. Now, we need to know the facts, the numbers, the logic of this goal. So gold we know is 100 points. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you've done, what you haven't done. You need to, 100 points is gold, whether you're right side up or upside down. It doesn't matter. That's the reality of that goal. Now, okay, what's my plan on getting these? What's my goal of hitting these 100 points? Well, you could sign all level ones to get that, right? Because again, it's math. It's non-emotional. It's a non-emotional thing. The goal you set, let's say for gold, okay, so with 100 points, you could sign 100 divided by 6 because it's 6 points per level 1, 16.67. So 17 level 1s. You can hit that goal by that date of August 31st, right, if you sign 17 level 1s. So you have to start thinking, can I sign 17 level 1s? With the amount of effort that I'm putting in, with the amount of time that I have available to myself, with all these things, can I sign 17 level 1s? Right? And then you have to start breaking it down like, okay, so maybe I can't do 17 level 1s this month. What can I do? Well, we can look at silvers, right? So for example, let's take 100 points divided by, let's see, 18. I'm just doing some quick hillbilly math here. So like 15,621 divided by 21. You could sign, like 5 people and develop all 5 of them into silvers. That's a plan, and that math works out, right, to hit your 100 points. So the point is, in light of this plan, is the plan is actually more important than the goals. The plan is, because once you write the plan out, you just do the plan every day. You just wake up and you chip away at that plan every day until a goal is hit. That's how that works. Does that make sense? So if I were any of you, here's what I would recommend. Let's say you just sign up. Let's say I don't even know. I mentioned silver earlier. So let's say you're silver, you have 3 level 1s under you, you have 18 points, you've got an awesome start, you're really, you're excited, all these things. And it's like, man, I want to go diamond. Okay, great. Okay, good. I want you to go diamond. I want your family to experience the benefits and blessings of being a diamond. I really do. However, you have to go senior silver first, right? You can have a long range goal of diamond, that's great, but to get there, you're going to have to get to senior silver first. And you can't just, in this business or in a lot of things, you can't just fast forward to diamond. You can't just fast forward to having 6-pack abs, which I don't. I'm working on it. However, my goal is 50 years old to have a 6-pack. I've never had one, and so we'll see what happens. But the thing is, let's look at the hurdle that's in front of you first. Don't look, if you're running track and field and you're running hurdles, focus on the hurdle in front of you. You can't be so focused on that last hurdle that you miss and trip over the first one. You've got to get over this first hurdle before you get to the second one. and you've got to get over the second one before you get to the third one, right? And so wherever you are, one thing I would encourage you to do, yes, set big goals. Yes, set big, scary goals. But don't set those big goals necessarily based on rank. Set those goals based on your plan of the daily disciplines that you're going to do and you're not going to waver from. That's how you hit goals. You don't hit goals by setting some big scary goal of like diamond. You hit goals by setting up a plan like, I'm going to talk to X number of people today no matter what. I'm going to comment on X number of posts today no matter what. I'm going to share samples today no matter what. I'm going to do this today no matter what. When you do that and your goal really is to carry out this plan, you will hit your goals. Anybody can set a big scary goal. Anybody can set out a plan on how to hit that goal. Very few people, though, will work that plan and hit the goal. That's the difference. And that difference is found in those daily disciplines that you've written out in your plan to hit the goal. That's the difference. And that's the difference in every area of life, whether it's business, whether it's finances, spiritual, relational, physical, it doesn't really, emotional, like all the O's, right? And it doesn't really matter. This works in all those areas because that's where people don't really have a problem setting goals. They have a problem hitting goals because they don't have a plan or they don't work the plan that they had. And that's why this list that I have of this goal setting list that I have is actually incredible. It absolutely works. I'll actually take a picture of it and I'm going to put that into on the graphic, on this graphic on One Team page and Momentum Maker page. But so like for me, with the goals that I have, like for physical goals, like I said, to be regular, there's things that I work at. There's non-negotiables, 40 grams of fiber a day, minimum for me. I take psyllium husk capsules every day. I drink over 100 ounces of water every day. I get somewhere around 15,000 steps a day, every day. There's just things that I have that I do every day. It's part of the plan. And my focus really is part of the plan. Now, and the other thing I want to mention is, do I do those things all day? No. I have a plan on when I do them and how I do them. The same way with working your business. You can't necessarily work your business all day, typically. We have life to live, families, relationships, those things. But the key isn't that you do it 24 hours a day. The key is, I don't just sit here and take fiber all day long. I have it set out to where I take it, and then I don't worry about it. Same way with our business. You just have things that you're going to do every day. You just do them and you move on. You don't have to do it all day long. You just need to do it every day. That's really where the power is in hitting goals. It's not in the setting of the goal. It's not in last minute, frantic, stressful times of movement. It's in showing up every single day and just chipping away at the goal you've set and working your plan every single day. Now, you could take Sundays off, rest, enjoy your family, whatever your conviction is in light of that. But this plan piece of goal setting, I think, is absolutely critical. All stages of it are critical. So let's see. Who has some questions? Anybody want to unmute or ask any questions at this point? I'm just going to go over the comments here real quick. Okay, Eden. Okay, she has a great question, or not a question, but a comment here. She said, "You're literally addressing exactly what was top of mind and what I was about to type." Um, Silver. So she's silver now and wants to be diamond. That's awesome. I want you to be a diamond too. Um, Struggling to find the business builders that I can go diamond alongside. Working on creating bite-sized goals within that. Okay, great. So if you're silver, what's your next goal? What's the next hurdle? Senior silver. Senior silver. Make that your next goal. And just so I've heard it said before, inch by inch it's a cinch, mile by mile it's a trial. So you can't go diamond without going senior silver first. So let's get to senior silver and build in the discipline and the daily disciplines it takes to get to senior silver first. And those things just start to build and compound as you go. And you get other people to start doing the same things. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
really appreciate that. Thank you. That's helpful. I think I
where,
like I
go
think I
ahead.
struggle to like balance forward thinking with just like the reality of where I'm at, Which I don't know if that's more of like a mindset thing or what, because I'm in the accountability with Angie and Megan and like I'm doing the IPAs daily and stuff. So I think it's just like continuing to remind myself that that stuff does compound because it feels like it's just like so far away right now, even just like the next goal.
Well, it is. And the thing is, where do you finish? Let's see. Let's just do some basic math here, real quick, on stuff and just put together a real quick plan. So, where'd you finish end of July? So, July 31st, point wise, where'd you finish?
Yeah, at my projected points for this month are 26 points, so I think I need 5 orders to go senior silver if I'm not mistaken.
That's what the back office says for August. Is that you're expected to end with 26?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just see. Look at senior. Well, this is perfect actually. This will be, so
Okay.
this is really great because it's going to help a lot of people see numbers. At least for
Yeah.
me, I like to see numbers, and it's like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's way far away, or actually that's not that far away, right? And
Yeah.
so for let's just set the goal at senior silver for August 31st. Okay.
Okay.
Now you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm going to do it. I'm just doing it based off
Yeah.
of in numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
So we know you. It's estimated you're going to finish with 26 points at the end of
Yeah.
August if nothing changes at this point,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
However, we're going to change it and we're going to make it and
Yes.
what it says. Okay, so that means you're short 24 points from senior silver.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you just break that down by level ones, that is 6 level 1s needed by August 31st.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just one option. Again, this is just
Yeah.
basic. Now, I would never want to stop exactly. I would never set a goal. If senior silver is your goal, I would never set the goal at 50.
Uh-huh.
I would always
Yeah.
set at least one person farther
Yeah.
because I've seen that backfire on people over the years where they'll hit that goal and then they're done for the month or they're done for the day.
Yeah.
And someone returns an order or something and they're like 4 points short or 5 points short of
Mm-hmm.
their goal. I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
And so now is 6 level 1s doable by August 31st?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Will it be super easy? No.
Yeah.
No, probably
Also,
not.
yes.
It will stretch you. I mean,
Yeah.
signing 6 level 1s will stretch you. Now, there's some
Yeah.
other things you can do. You can help one person on your team go, let's see, go silver.
Yeah.
So that would be 15 points right there, which gets you to 41, and then maybe 2 level 1s. Is that even more doable?
Yeah.
Signing 2 level 1s and helping one person go silver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So really, to me it sounds like it maybe just got easier. Just depends on where you're
Yeah,
at in your business and all those things, but
for
there's
sure.
options you have of different things you can do to attack this 24 point deficit that you
Yeah,
have in your silver. Now let's just
yeah.
do real fast, just so we can look at this. So you have 26. Okay, let's say you want to go diamond by August 31st. Okay, so that means we're short 4,474 points, right?
Yeah,
So, okay,
just
so
a
we're,
few.
yeah. Now, again, the cool thing about numbers and math is it's not emotional. It
Yeah,
just is what it is. And I don't
right.
care what sort of wacko liberal math people want to try to use these days of 1 + 1 can equal 5. It can't. It always equals 2. It will always equal
Yeah.
2, no matter how perverted someone's brain is in light of wanting to change math, for crying out loud. If that offends you, personally, I don't care. 1 + 1 is 2. Don't care. So 4474. That's what we're short for hitting diamond at August 31st. We'll divide that by 6. Okay, so just need 746. We only need several. We only need 746 level ones.
And more than 24 hours in a day.
Yeah. So again, mathematically, is it possible? Yeah, you just need 746 level ones. You know, however, when you add life into that, probably not going to happen. Or
Yeah.
let's just break it down into you just need three. You just need three people to go emerald,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Or you know, so you're starting to. I mean, so hopefully everybody can see the math on that. Now, do you want to go emerald or diamond? Yeah. And do we want you to go diamond? Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
However, let's just it's kind of like the old. I want you. It's kind of like there's a saying about how does a lion eat an elephant, and it's the answer is one bite at a time, right?
Hmm.
And so
Yeah.
do we want to eat the? I mean, I don't really want an lion to eat a whole elephant. However, but like in light of goals, I want you to hit the biggest goal you have in mind. However, we need to take the first bite first, right? It's
Hmm.
kind of like I want my grandson to eat steak with me someday.
Yeah.
However,
Hmm.
right now we need to work on milk, right? And
Yeah.
we'll get there, right? We try to throw a
Yeah.
steak at him, it'll kill him, you know. And so we need to
Hmm.
work towards that big goal, which is down the road, and we need to tackle that first hurdle first.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay.
Yes, that's very, very helpful. Thank you. And
Yeah.
I hope to everybody else that's helpful too. I think
Yeah.
sometimes like it can be helpful to see somebody at the very beginning and be like, oh, okay, I can apply those points goals to me too. It
Yeah.
seems like a lot of people in the chat were kind of thinking through their goals too. So
And
thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't want to discourage people from. Um, I don't want to discourage people from setting big scary goals. Like if you wanted to fly to the moon, like I want you to make it there, but you need to make sure you've got enough rocket fuel behind you to get you there, right? The same way with Plexus, like, and that rocket fuel and Plexus is a team. That rocket fuel and Plexus is other people that are adding, other people that are duplicating. That's the rocket fuel of hitting these goals. So be working on that right now, and finding business builders is not easy. It's just not, and it takes, and also just so everybody knows, in light of goal setting and those things, um, even let's go back to the senior silver by August 31st. That's a great goal. That's an awesome goal. And don't compare your monthly goals to like my monthly goals either, or Megan's monthly goals, because I mean, we've been at it for 10 years. and setting goals each month and doing this. You know what I mean? And so it's not that we're not better than you by any means. We hope you and many people go way farther than we do, faster than we do. But we also, again, we don't want to discourage really big, scary goals, but we also don't want people to quit because they're discouraged. Does that make sense? Like, and so I would focus on that first goal. Now, if you have the momentum and the team behind you, you could actually probably possibly realistically turn that goal up to gold instead of senior silver. It just depends on how much and what your team is doing under you, right? So I do want to throw that out there. Awesome. You're going to hit it, Eden. You're going to hit it. It's going to be great. Let's see. My math. 5 senior golds to go emerald, but then first re-rank. So, yeah. Yeah, Angie, you can have long-term goals and short. I mean, long-term goals ultimately are just a bunch of short-term goals hit along the way. That's all it really is. So, yeah, have that ultimate goal of emerald, Angie, but then first re-rank senior gold, then ruby, then yeah, exactly. One bite at a time. Let's see, Rebecca. My goal has been to go senior gold for the past several months. So rather than focus so much on a rank goal, what you're saying is that my goal and focus should be more so be my daily IPA, which I do focus on rather than the rank goal. And both. It's going to be because, again, it comes down to basics of math. So if you want to go senior gold, we know that's 250 points. Again, it doesn't matter if you're upside down, right side up, or sideways. It's 250 points, senior gold, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, doesn't matter, right? And so you know that goal is 250 points. Okay, how are you going to get there? Now comes the plan piece of hitting that. Okay, how are we going to get there? It's kind of like going on a trip. Well, it's going to be 500 miles. Okay, we got to drive 500 miles. Okay, how are we going to get there? We're going to walk, we're going to fly, we're going to hitchhike, we're going to ride a donkey. Like, where are we going to stop? What are we going to eat? How are we going to refuel? I mean, those are part of the plan pieces of hitting a goal. And so I think, Rebecca, you focus on, you've already set the 250 points. That's done. Now you just need to set the plan and do the daily things to get to that 250 point mark. So Rebecca says she hit senior silver on the 31st of last month, had only 24 points at the beginning of last week of the month, and ended at 54. Hey, that's awesome. Even perfect. See? Eden, it's not only doable, it's been done. It was just done last month. How awesome. Good for you, Rebecca. That is encouraging. Yeah. Eden has to jump off. And so I think this is good. Is there any other questions before we slip on out of here? Anybody have any questions? They can type in the bottom there real quick. Hey, there you go, Angie. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, I am going to slip off here. Mary, I will send you some voice messages regarding, or actually, hold on. Lisa, are you able to talk for a second? Lisa Goodwin?
I was gonna say, if anyone else on here has already
Yeah.
started doing it and dug into it, that would be good too.
Yeah, I can talk.
So the gallbladder post that you're setting the internet on fire with.
Yeah.
So Mary was asking, can you give some insights to Mary or anybody else even on this call of what's worked for you as far as, okay, so you make the post and you get 75 comments. Where do you go to next in light of the gallbladder and in light of recommendations? Can you give some tips on what you found helpful with that?
Yeah, it's kind of this tricky little like it's a double-edged sword on this. You get all of these people blowing you up and they think you're getting your gallbladder out. So everybody wants to give their opinion and all the things. So it's basically weeding that out. But, and I can't say, I, I don't even know if I got any new VIPs from that last month, but what I have is a lot of conversation now, going with people. Um, Basically, at first I was like, oh, this is not going like I planned. And I was like, this is not going to work. So I flipped my gears. And so this is what, after, I don't know how many I've done, how many people I've talked to. And I'm actually thinking about throwing out a post of that, like, just in case, we chatted about your gallbladder. Who wants to know how I'm doing it after having mine out for 12 years? Like, because they really thought that that's the angle I was going. I wanted opinions. But what I did, I found what worked after a while, works best is if I voice messaged them. I got more response when I actually voice messaged. And and then I didn't want to get flagged because there were so many. So I just I kind of started flipping back and forth a little bit. But it kind of went like this. Hey, Justin, thanks for, popping in on my gallbladder post. Was just curious if you had any symptoms, like post surgery. Did you have different symptoms, different issues, the same issues? What has it been like for you? And then I let them come back to me with that answer. And this is, people have messaged me about this. What do you do when they say, oh, I'm fine, I've not had any issues about it? I simply take that message and I come back and I'm like, oh my gosh, well, that is awesome. I'm so excited for you. But I had so much response to that. I honestly was just going to make one big post. And then I just felt like I needed to talk to everyone individually. I've had mine out, had a lot of issues. This new product we have from Plexus is amazing. And I'm just wanting to share with as many people as possible. If you have a friend, and we know everybody has a friend, this is a common conversation. If you work side by side with someone, if you have someone in your family, they have issues after, sometimes they didn't have issues before and now they have those. It's all kinds of stories like that. So I open that door for them to share me with other people. I'm like, will you please tell other people? Then on the other side, if they're like, yes, I have to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. I can't eat ice cream anymore. I can't eat lettuce anymore. I can't do all the things. I'm like, oh girl, I feel you 100%. I just want to share, after this many years of having mine out, I finally found a product that's working for me. I would love to give you some info. Are you open for me to drop this to you? And that's just how it rolls out. And so you have the conversation, you wait for their response. No thanks. But you know what? I never take that personally, because sometimes their mind is thinking, I was wanting them to tell me how it was to have my gallbladder out. They're wanting me to ask them questions about post-op and all the things that, like, I'm not doing. So we've kind of flipped their brain a little bit. So it's going to be well worth going back in. You've started the conversation. Thanks. They may think about it. Keep posting about Armor. Keep posting about the gut health. I mean, I have some great testimonies I drop immediately to people. There was one particular testimony that I discovered it when I had a girl that had hers out months and months and months and months ago. And she was having a bile duct issue. There's a great post about that. If you don't have it, just message me. I'll drop it to you. That is so good about the effects of the gut health with the gut health and gallbladder. It is so good. And there's another one floating around that's real techie, like medical wise, that's so good. So you have so many opportunities with that. And I call that the layering process. You know what I mean? I got conversations going. They're still watching me. Their brain is coming around to the next time they eat something and it sends them to the bathroom because they know what that is, they're going to think about me. They're going to think about what I said and how Armor is changing that for me. So that's the angle I'm taking with that. Just be
Thank
ready for
you.
abundance.
So that's where I got to the point, and I turned off my fear yesterday when I was like, okay, it's time to do the action. The weekend's over, church is over, that kind of things. So I started the voice messages, and I had about 54 of them at this point that I needed to follow up with. So I've almost voice messaged all of them, because I don't know if it was you or someone else, but did say that was the best way, and I'm comfortable with that. So I just jumped straight into voice messages.
Yes.
Kind of hit what you said of just like the simple question and like, hey, sorry, I was, the weekend just got away, but I'm here, that kind of thing. Relatable. I did send you a message so that you can send me. I do want to know everything you're layering, because
Okay.
I mean, I'm taking armor, but my experience right now is very a superficial experience compared to maybe some people. It's like I do have a friend who, like, she can literally eat ice cream now, so that's awesome.
Mhm.
And so the one at convention was like amazing, but it's also not mine, and it's not someone I know. So I would love to know, whether you say it out loud right now or whether you message it to me. I want to know what things you were feeling post-op, so that I can literally feel like I've got your voice in my head as I'm voicing back. Well, my friend, she experienced this, and this is helping her. And
Yeah.
just so that I do know.
Well, and I'm just going to say my issues, I don't know what is gut health and what is honestly post-op gallbladder. I've had my gallbladder out since, I think I figured up yesterday, 12 or 13 years. I was trying to think back how long it had been. And I've had gut health, my whole life. So for me, my results are coming. It's not so much about the gallbladder, which some of it could be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because you normalize how you feel. Like, you're just like, this is how I'm going to feel for the rest of my life. So this is just where it is. So I have avoided a lot of things for a lot of years of my life. And I'm just now starting to like inch my way back into them when it comes to that gallbladder issue, though, like not eating the lettuce or not eating certain vegetables, or I just know what's going to cause it. I will be honest with you, one of the things I cannot eat, it is a fast food hamburger, especially McDonald's, which is not good for me. I don't want to try that because I don't like McDonald's. Like, I can't even go there. But after my gallbladder's out, I could no longer eat that at all. And, my kids were still young, and that really stunk when you like had to have something. And when you're out, I'm like, I can't eat McDonald's. I'm not, because it felt like a rock had hit my stomach, and I just was in so much pain. And so I will never probably do that. That would be the true test, right? I saw someone yesterday do that. They were like, I went ahead and did this. I went ahead and ate the fast food hamburger. I just can't. I won't do it. But on the other side of things, for me, that armor, I thought my gut health was really in check, and I know now it was not. I'm not so sure I wasn't even having leaky gut, because whatever was happening is different. I feel so much better. I will tell you that one of my reasons I started Plexus was I was having big food sensitivities. I can now eat peanut butter, so that's pretty big. And I don't know if it was a transfer of the gut health and then right into armor. I've been on armor since convention. So it's been in the last 2 weeks. I went ahead and I've started eating peanut butter, and I'm not having any issues. So I feel like there's some more of that coming for me. So I have to be really careful with those. So it's just a one step at a time. Overall, bloating is so much less, and I've improved my bloating a lot. But I will have to say I've been bloated my whole life, but post gallbladder, it just was worse and worse and worse. It did not help. I had a really bad gallbladder though. It was attached to my liver. It took a long time to heal. Lots of things were going on there. And so I feel like there are a lot of little, and I'll send those because I have them saved in a album in my phone. I will send you all of the little testimonies I'm seeing just pop through on stories and different things. I'm just saving them because there are some with gallbladder. There are some with skin issues. Like, there's so many things that are happening, but there are some gallbladder ones that are good. And this other one is not, that I use all the time, is not anything to do with armor. It's just definitely the gut health. So I feel like gut health and armor are going hand in hand. You know, even if they do the pink drink and the armor together, that's success right there. I believe that armor is probably one of the best things we have right now, like have had. That's my personal opinion.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes, I enjoy armor. I have it every single morning, 6 a.m. With hydrate, and since I've been doing that, I've had really good results. I don't know if it's all armor or if it's armor plus all the other things that I'm
Yes.
doing, but I think it's a great. I see the value of it. I don't know if I'm getting all the value that all how I'm feeling. I'm feeling good. I'm doing several different things, but armor will continue to be a part of my daily non-negotiables.
Yep.
I'm dry scooping too, and that changed it for me too. My issues have improved great. Lots of things have improved greatly since I started dry scooping it. And some people can't do it. And I went live and did it in front of everybody. Like that's the first time I ever did it. So, yeah, that's a big change for me, that dry scooping. And so I believe, yeah. And twice a day, some days I'm doing it twice a day, trying to do it every day, but yeah.
Awesome. I just had one thing that popped up when we were talking about gallbladder, because people have an issue with gallbladders, and we know that after people have their gallbladder out, there are digestive issues that they deal with, that they're, for whatever reason, not told how to help fix some of that from the Western medicine field. I don't understand that, but so we know with the gallbladder issue that there are issues that people have afterwards. Another thing, I was just sitting here thinking, I have not done this, but one call that we are starting to get, Megan and I, from people is the unintended consequences of GLP-1 shots, and the digestive issues and things that people are having as a result of taking those skinny shots, whether whatever one they may take. There's more than one. That may be another question if you're looking for a post idea or conversation starter for people in your network. Is something along those lines of the GLP-1. I mean, I'd be sensitive, obviously how you post that. You want to post it with, not that anybody here would post it in a catty way, but those people really went a shortcut, in my opinion, route of losing weight, and now they're seeing some people anyway are seeing consequences of that, of taking that shot. And so that could be another post to put out there and see if anybody is experiencing issues as a result of that. And for the record, I know some people in the medical community that I'm friends with, and they don't have a problem with this. I don't necessarily do either. It's not for me. I personally wouldn't recommend it unless it was a last minute, a last ditch effort. But like my sister has done a shot, but who she's working with, they have an exit plan. Like, it's not to be on this forever. It's also mixed with high level cardio. It's also mixed with a total revamp of her nutrition and lifestyle. And they do this with a plan of weaning off of it. And so that sort of an approach may be better. But I think a lot of people aren't getting that level of care when it comes to GLP-1 medications. It's really a medication. And so anyway, just might be a post idea for you guys. Think about it and figure out how to post that. But that could be a conversation starter for sure.
I think I'm going to do it the same way as the gallbladder one and schedule it for Saturday so that there's work to do next week like this one. And just kind of the same way. Who's taking a GLP-1, can't poop, can't whatever, whatever. I have a question for you.
Yeah, because it seems like that is a known issue. And like I said, we have people that have just started just on, I don't even know, my days are so confused. Yesterday, I guess we did a team call yesterday. Megan mentioned a lady who joined recently, and that's why she joined. She's seen us post for 10 years, but now as a result of the GLP-1 medication, she's having major league digestive issues, and that's why she just joined Plexus. She wants to get away from Ozempic or whatever one she's using and try to fix the gut issues that it's created and move forward with more of a disciplined sort of an approach rather than the shortcut. So anyway, just a I don't know, throwing that out there as an idea. Maybe next week we can compare some notes in light of conversations we're having with people in light of that GLP-1 digestive result or digestive issue post, and see what's working and what's not working. So, guys, loved my time with you, but I got to run. Have a great day, and reach out honestly if you have any questions about goal setting. If you have any questions about anything that I can help you with, reach out. I'm here to help. And I look forward to seeing you soon. See ya.